Hey guys, it's Chef Andrea, and I am here with your February podcast, and we are talking about olive oil. Okay, Q&A with Chef A. I welcome you here. If you've never been here before, thank you for joining us here on YouTube, if that's where you found us. If you're a Gumroad subscriber, thank you so very much. If you are a YouTube subscriber that would like to get recipes to go along with these great videos, you can go to achefs.com, our website, and you can click on video or podcast. If you click on podcast, it'll take you straight through to Gumroad, and that's where you can purchase the collection of videos that we do every month, and you'll get PDFs of downloadable recipes to go along with it. If you're already a subscriber there, thanks. We love having you back. If you're new, I'm glad you found us. Today, Q&A with Chef A, we're going to talk about olive oil. What I will tell you is that the cues that I'm getting, the questions that people have been submitting, are all really ingredient specific lately. So the upcoming ones, we just knocked out salt last month. We've done butter. I've got a flour varietals coming up as well. That's a question that we had recently. And this month I'm going to knock out some olive oil info. So the first thing I want to tell you about is olive oil scandals. Are you ready? Okay. I cannot start by chatting about olive oil without telling you about this book, which I just picked up on grabbed an image of it. And it's going to throw a reflection of my truck in there, but Extra Virginity. Extra Virginity by Tom Mueller. That book, The Sublime and Scandalous World of Olive Oil, highly recommend. If you want to know more about olive oil, this is the book that you want to read. Tom Mueller has done the work. I don't need to do the work. Tom did the work. What's interesting about Extra Virginity is this is the book that started me understanding about blended oils and about how to read labels on olive oil so that I know that what I'm getting is what it says that it is. I think when I get questions about olive oil, the two questions I get most often are, one, how do I cook with it? Because I think a lot of people feel like maybe it smokes too much or something like that. And the next question that I get always is, how do I know that I'm buying good oil? I've heard rumors that if it says extra virgin, that doesn't mean anything. How will I ever know the difference? So Tom Mueller's book is a good start, Extra Virginity. It's not a terribly long book. It's basically a really in-depth op-ed that says, here is what's going on in the world of olive oil production globally, and a little deep dive into regulations, what the bottle labels mean, and how to be a smarter, reader of that information when you're just standing in front of a bottle at a grocery store or wherever you are. The short story on Tom Mueller's book is that the olive oil industry is pretty convoluted. There are a lot of people in jail right now, globally, for having mislabeled and misrepresented, I guess, information. And to this day, I think you still really have to be your own advocate if you're going to try to make sure that the olive oils that you're buying are either truly Spanish or Italian or extra virgin or whatever all of that may mean. I want to warn you one thing about Tom Mueller's book. It is hands down the most expensive book I ever bought in my life. And the reason is because I'm thinking I was about 65 pages in when I closed the book and beelined it for my kitchen and grabbed 2 tins of garbage, what I then discovered was garbage, olive oil from the grocery store, and took it to the door to be taken out with the recycling. I didn't even ever want to put it in my body again. And once I started understanding what a quality olive oil looks like and what a blended mystery oil can really be, I did not want to eat blended mystery oils any longer. I continued to read the book to get educated about how to look for and know that I'm buying the right things. What does it matter? What it matters is about quality, the quality of the oils that are going into your body. Are they blends of subpar, not even always necessarily meant for human consumption level oils? That can happen. What are we actually taking into our bodies? And if we're trying to get the benefits of olive oil through diet, which I think for a lot of us falls into that kind of blue zone or Mediterranean eating, our good healthy fats that we're trying to bring in every day, blended mystery oils is not the way to do it, right? We need good extra virgin quality olive oils from quality growers. So I continued to read his book. I learned a lot more. And I encourage you to do the same. I think it's a really fun read. It's not terribly long, and it is so much more information than I can give you here. And it's scandalous, so it's kind of juicy and interesting too. Fair warning, if you have garbage olive oil at home, you are going to pitch it in the first few chapters of reading this book. Fair warning. The other reason that book became the most expensive book I ever read is because then I became a super duper olive oil snob, and now I only buy really good quality olive oils, and they are not terribly cheap. So there's that aspect. But it opened the world of quality oils up to me, and I have felt so much more confident that what I'm bringing into me and to my family is a really good quality product. And taste-wise, wowzer, it is night and day. Okay, there's also a section in his book where he's going to describe to you what an olive oil tasting, they may even call it a cupping, what that tastes like, where they slurp in this olive oil and pull it around their mouth and try to extract all the flavors and aromas, and if there's any rawness to it. That part of the book where he's describing how these like super tasters taste these oils to, I guess, label them and qualify them for certain levels of price range and etc. Oh my gosh. I mean, have you ever read a book that made you want to do a shot of olive oil? Well, you're going to, because that book made me want to do olive oil shooters. I'm not even kidding you. Like, it is a trip. It makes you just want to go sip on olive oils. Okay, so Extra Virginity. I've said what I need to say about that. Olive oil scandals. If you just do a Google search, Extra Virginity, about Tom Mueller, olive oil scandal, any of those key components will get you to some pretty cool articles and some good information, some interviews with him, and that could maybe solve what you want to do if you don't want to read the entire book. But again, it's not like it's an 800-pager. It's relatively short. You can find it in paperback, and I think it's a great read. If you're a foodie at all, I think you'll be interested. But for those who are just interested for health purposes, I think it's really valuable information. So the first part of our Q&A with Chef A podcasts are, how do I get to know a little bit more about olive oil? And my answer is, read the book that was written by the guy who learned a lot about olive oil. He's done the research for you, so just read his material. So Extra Virginity, Tom Mueller, fantastic book, beautifully written, really engaging. And I think that is going to set you on a path to know a lot more about olive oils and how you're going to purchase them, how you're going to read labels, and how you're going to have confidence in what you're bringing home. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. The other pods that we're going to do with this one, we're going to talk a little bit about domestic olive oils, and we're going to also talk about my real deep dive into olive oil fan club, which is my time with the olive oil hunter. All right, guys, I hope you're having a delicious day. If you've got any questions for me about olive oil, you can always just post them in the comments down below or email us through the website, achefs.com. As always, thank you for joining us for our Q&A with Chef A, and join us for more olive oil videos here. We'll see you soon.